Hello one and all, welcome back to Create Ball, where today's episode is about all the stuff I've been stacking on the shelves behind me. Some of the stuff back there has no actual reason to be there, some have a story but it isn't very interesting, and others have a fairly interesting story. And by that I mean the story is longer than 5 seconds. Anyway, I think the best place to start is with the Glurg, a small plastic skeleton we keep in a plastic container thing. Webb got him after a science project he was doing, so originally he had a lab partner that wanted to call him Darth Vader, because they were unimaginative and boring. Luckily they transferred to a different school or something before the end of the project, so Webb could name him the Glurg, and he got to take him home after the project was over. Both of us love the Glurg, so we're probably both going to try to keep it when Webb moves out. I know full well that the Glurg definitely belongs to Webb, and that there isn't even an argument that could be made for why I should be able to keep him. But I don't care. I want him more. Let's move on to Gregorian, a skull of some dead pig that my father killed, but it's kept in my room for some reason. I named it Gregorian because one day I was texting somebody, and they asked me if I had any pets, which I didn't at the time. So I took a picture of the pig skull and sent it to them. Then I said its name is G-R-E, and the first autocomplete thing that came up was Gregorian, so I went with it. Then a while later I got some really cheap sunglasses that were too small for me, so I just put them on Gregorian. I would have drawn Gregorian with the sunglasses on, but then I realized I don't know how to draw that, so I decided against it. Maybe one day I'll reach the milestone in every artist's career of being able to draw sunglasses on a pig. Alright, so both stories so far have been about skeletons, so let's move on to something that breaks that pattern. One year for my birthday, Webb got me this super ugly monkey candle and a pair of hospital shorts. At first, I hated both of these gifts, but now I only hate the hospital shorts, and I kind of like just how stupid and ugly the candle is. But ever since he got that for me, I've made it my mission to get Webb the worst gifts every year for Christmas and his birthday. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get him very many of these bad gifts since then, because we draw names on Christmas, and I never get him anything for his birthday, which I might want to start doing. Anyway, last Christmas was actually the first time I got him anything, even though he gave me the candle like 3 years ago. So I had to make this one count. I got him a dark red woman's sweater that said, "I'm allergic to mornings" on the front, but that's a story for another day. If we're talking about things that Webb got me, we might as well move on to Russell Schneider, a stuffed snake that Webb got for me when he went to the Senate building. Let me say that again. He bought a snake from the Senate building. In other words, he gave me a politician. The snakes came in red and blue, but he didn't realize that meant Republicans and Democrats until after he bought it. So that didn't actually affect his decision on which one to give me. But it begs the question, would you give someone a snake from the political party they agree with, or the political party they think is a snake? Maybe both. Anyway, I named the snake Russell Schneider because it's the most generic politician name I could think of. With that out of the way, let's move back to some skulls. So a few years ago, Webb was buying a present for one of his friends, which I'm noticing is happening a lot in these stories, and he decided to buy him a wooden skull. Their birthday was a few weeks away still, so Webb just put the skull on his shelf, and it just stayed there. And they never actually got their present. Good job, Webb. Now I wish we could move on to something that's completely unrelated to Webb, but we can't. So a lot of the time, Webb and I will be at the store or something, and we'll set out to find the most random things and buy them. One day, we were at the Family Dollar, and we decided to do just that. It wasn't long before we found a little plastic Buddha, and Webb decided I have nothing better to do with my money, and bought it. So yeah, pretty much most of this stuff is either Gregorian, or my brother got it. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today, but before you go, I must tell you I made yet another channel with my friend Sir John Sean Pegasus Charles Jr. the 18th, called An Ordinary Brand of Special. I also have Create Ball Gaming and Cree9 Ball if you haven't seen those yet. Yeah, you heard that right. I am currently working on a grand total of 4 channels, so check them out to keep my effort from being completely wasted. Thank you. Anyway, until next time, don't die. I'll see you all later.